Welcome to the program.
Thank you very much, Balde. I'm glad to be here today to grace this occasion.
All right, and we also have Ablai Jame Qmoney. Ablai is a very versatile guy, a very active person when it comes to Qmoney. Upcountry sa dolela. Welcome to the program.
Yeah, thank you very much, Balde. I would love to speak in local languages.
Yes.
Because I believe today is a special day meant for these people that are watching. So knowing also that not everyone will have access to watch, we also brought this to live direct to the radio, where you can just tune into, like you said, Hot FM, Q Radio, Kora FM, and then Capital and City Limits. So just su fekkente ne yaa ngi déglu rek bul wari tey ñun la dafa am lu bari loo xamante ne loolu lañ war a waxtaanee tey mu nekk loo xamante ne ñun Qmoney ñoo nekk di first mobile money company bi leen defal li nga xamante ne mooy mobile money remittance maanaam dañu am partnership ak ñi nga xamante ne ñoom ñooy RIA di ko def mu nekk loo xamante ne lu am solo di international money remittance through your mobile money account, which is the Qmoney. The first for def li. So didn't go into details when it comes to this pour wax len ni naka nga mëna def bi am li yépp ak lan nga soxla ban façon njëriñ nga ci nekk ak li nga xamantene moy tax ñu indi service bi pour dalal bigal askan bi. So basically li lañuy waxtané tay len won ne tamit ñi nga xamantene ñom ñoo tax be alhamdulillah li mu dem successfully ñu ngi fi nga xamantene mom moy QCell head office di launch li nga xamantene mom moy service bi. So basically Balde waxtaan mi dina humate.
Yes, thank you very much Abla Jammeh. And of course it's made easier. International remittance receive RIA transfer through Qmoney for free. It's fast, safe and convenient. And of course, as you know, the times we're living, it's important for you to get your cash on your mobile phone, which is very secure. And all that you have to do is to walk into any of our customer care centers or agents. We will cash out the money for you. You can also choose to buy Q Power, you can buy credit, and of course send that money. Be reminded, if you are sent $1,000, for example, via RIA to Qmoney, if you go to cash out, the money remains the same. It's important for you to know all this. Salami mbafole bismillah program auto bi nlafta ya fo mbadi mandinkola munat nambe sirinja.
Baraka bake balde nyimbe on kumayata bakale bi bari niajibe nyumu kulti me alonko ntafo nene majolom nene man soto ni Gambia banko kanjang Qmoney ni reale bulodi nyola kaje ko ka kodikio anen koditaro sone yandi badi ngone fenfendi be Gambia kono jang katon fo koyna Gambia ton ko nanol bela isela kodo tanole ka boyla RIA money transfer katnu la Qmoney account kono andu man fenjoje ngoy ko kanendiriti it's free, absolutely free. Kanendritije. Nyumu kulti me yalonko Qmoney ni reale ya kere kiliano liye. Puruka kodikio bari watu komantotum niye kodo bule via RIA. Ekata bank leto kata ranjamba muta kata nying kodota. Bari sayni ya kila Qmoney account kono directly mbari. Ete betalal doronka kodo nyu bondila account kono menketa cash out. Yela kodo soto. Amanjare eta ranjamba muta, amanjare eta paso do tane na bata kutije so nyumu bengol timi yalon ko kulliyolom nyumu kulliyol timba kulli kanne bilo mu lungote me yalon ko benyin kulli kan kan tandi gambeno la ni men fanam be sirin gambe kono jang kan tandi la ko nyumu bengol timi yalon ko mo bele tamo bare comme na tolo be nyame doron ko ko suñu boss laftale mo be fanjeji mo be yalon ko idabe Qmoney ning Q group company nyen ko nole
to nyalem say bye-bye to long queue to go and receive your money. All that you have to do is via Qmoney and RIA. It's easy and convenient. Ablay Jammeh, what you tuti tay bes bu magla, bes bu am solo. Ñu ngi ngenté lire bi xamna ne mom ngenté bi dina saf. Wax ñu tuti ci li.
Jërëjëf Balde so basically dinaa just dooree fu Qmoney dooree nga xam ne comme yaaga nañ di promise nit yi services yoo xamante ne yoo lañ bëgg a def di leen indil services yu bëri di nga yónnee xaalis di nga gën a si crédit gën a si cash power ñu dem ba tollu foo xamante ne sax jokkalante ne ñi nga xamante ne ñoom ñooy aji bank ak Ecobank si service Qmoney bi ñu dem ba xalaataat ne gis ne comme lii ba léegi dina nekk tamit lu important lu nit yi war a am pour soxla ndik yónnee xaalis tamit nekk na loo xamante ne lu am solo la si suñ dundin daanaka sax dafa bokka si ñun so li ñu def mooy dañ jékki-jékki rek link li nga xamante ne am partnership boo xamante ne daal di nekk Qmoney seen diggante ak Ria Ria nag xam naa ku ko déggut gis nga ko wala ku ko gisu tamit dee nga ko because Ria comme faana la boo xamante ne moom moo yëngu si wàllum yónni xaalis jógee ko bitim réew ñëw si ñun fii Gambia so bu ñu amee partnership ak Ria li ñu def mooy dañu just yombalal mbir bi wane ne comme léegi su fekkente ne am nga Qmoney account dinañ daa mën a yónni xaalis jógee ko bitim réew moo xam ndax Amérique la wala Europe la straight si sa Qmoney account bi so lii moo waral ñu toog fi tey pour su ko defee ñu gën a leeral mbir bi waaye soo gisee ñu ñëw fii tey sax dañoo won askan bi ne service bi dañ nekk di ngénte maanaam tey la launching bi fii nga xamante ne moom mooy Kairaba Avenue si QCell house QCell building bi ñu ngi am ay dignitaries yu bëri yoo xamante ne nii ñoom sax seen boppa ñu ngi fii suñu partners yi nga xamante ne ñoom ñoo jógee Ria tamit ñoom tamit ñu ngi fii si kanam tuuti dinaa bàyyi salaam moom si has de rest moom dina wax ku nekk turam
waaw
ko defee ñu xam
loolu am na solo comme nuñ ko waxee bés bu mag la bés bu rëy xam ngeen ne ñun Q group bu nekkee ne am nañ bés ñu ne ku nekk ak bésam lu am solo la and we have Mr. Momodou Mbodj outside the launching and we'll be linking him live in the studio. Hello Mr. Mbodj. Hello Mr. Mbodj. Hello. Yes, Mr. Mbodj, how are you?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I'm getting you loud and clear. What's going on?
Hello, Ibrahim. Hello, Ibrahim.
Yes, I'm getting you, Mr. Mbodj. What is going on right now?
Here, what we have here is that the guests are coming in. We've got some dignitaries here already, some of whom I actually recognize from our school days.
Really?
Staff as well. We've got QCell staff, Ajib staff, so the auditorium is filling up.
Absolutely. It's going to be a remarkable day, Mr. Mbodj.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you know that in our country, about 20%, only 20% really use the bank. And we know that 1 in 4 households really depend on remittances. So any initiative really to facilitate, to quicken that transaction, everybody will certainly welcome that.
Absolutely. But how is the response out there? How do people feel? Can we talk to one of them to tell us, maybe a guy from Ria?
But possibly I thought we should get what's his name? Nyasi, our correspondent who is right here. I wonder if we can talk to Nyasi, because right now I'm at the podium in the auditorium as the guests are coming in. You know, so we've got so far the Deputy Governor of the Central Bank, Dr. Jabi, just walked in. We've got actually as well the CEO of the Q Group, Mohammed Jah, and we've got other dignitaries and the MD of Ajib.
It's gonna be
so dignitaries are trooping in. In fact, it's virtually full right now.
It's gonna be a colorful ceremony because making life very easy via Ria and Qmoney. You think about the convenience, Mr. Mbodj, isn't it very easy?
Absolutely. Safe, reliable, and convenient. This is what we've been talking about for many years. We've had critics talking about the fragmented nature of this sector. So this initiative will integrate it, will simplify it even further. You know that a lot of people in this country are unbanked, you know. So we are going to serve the underserved. So this is really the key. And we know that only 20% are really banked. So the potential for an explosion in this area is absolutely immense. So everybody knows that.
Well, Qmoney have been trying to impact people's lives for a very long time. You can say it's one of the most effective mobile wallet we have in this country. And collaborating with Ria, it's a plus, Mr. Mbodj, isn't it?
Absolutely. I mean, Ria is one of the biggest remittance companies in the world, and we know that the Q Group for a long time has been breaking ground. So integrating, as it were, IT into the way we do things. It is the way the world is moving. So that's absolutely it. So it's just been in keeping with the character of the Q group, since it was established.
Well, we also have most of our radio stations connected right now. The likes of Kora FM, the likes of Capital FM, City Limits, and of course Hot FM and Q Radio, our own very radio. Mr. Mboy, let's talk about international remittance. People that send money in this country. Recently on this morning, we've mentioned it, the amount of money that comes into this country, the amount of money that people pump in this country through international remittance. It's huge, Mr. Mboy.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, for the past years, remittance has been contributing about 20-25% to our GDP, and we understand that during the corona last year, most forecasts thought that it wouldn't increase, it would reduce, but surprisingly here, what I read in the papers, about 58% that was what remittances contributed to our GDP. So the significance of remittances here is quite obviously, it's obvious to everybody really.
Absolutely. It's important, and that's Mr. Mboy in the auditorium at the moment. Anytime soon the program will commence. High officials of Riyadh, of course, Qmoney, our CEO is already there, MJA, and the staff of the Q Group, and they are ready to roll the ball. And Mr. Jame, please tell us, this is spectacular. This is spectacular. Lilu Reila, Mr. Jame.
Yeah, definitely it's the first of its kind, and comme indi li ci askan bi lo rek nek na lo xamantene lu dara setlu la. So duñ ko defé moy né dañ jëka intégrer ñaari système ci su ko defé système ci mëna joko. So joko bobu nonu moy waral légui nak yow mi nek ci kër bi amé sa QC line kenn du la ci xamalat dara dafa bari sutura. Suma doom bi nekkal bitim rew mëna ma yoni xaliss straight ak Ria to my Qmoney account. Xam nga lolu nonu dafa yomba. Waye su fekkonté né légui suma doom bi nekk bitim réew bëgg na maa yónnee xaalis xam nga su ma yónnee xaalis SMS ay ñëw bu njëkk bi SMS bu noonu dama fay pass bi dem si banque bi oo dem si bureau yi pour dem génnee xaalis bi mu nekk loo xamante ne dafa bëri égal waaja waaye bii nii intégration bi lu ñu def mooy partnership bi dañ ko yombalal kii nga xamante ne mooy client bi maanaam ñi nga xamante ne ñoom ñoo am Qmoney account léegi lu ñu leen defal mooy li si gën a yomba te moo si gën a neex gën si am sutura mooy nit mun na la yónnee xaalis jógee ko America wala Europe mu ñëw direct si sa Qmoney account bi so saa yum ñëwee ñu ngi am lii nga xamante ne moom la ñu ooyee international wallet si sa Qmoney account bi xaalis bi ñu la munti yónnee bitim réew rek si wallet boobu la moo dem toog léegi dafa des si yow mi ñu ko yónnee ndax boo nga génnee xaalis bi yëpp ndax da nga fa bëgg a génnee somme nga bàyyi ko fa ndax da nga ko bëgg a transfer si sa Qmoney account bi si boppam su ko defee nga mun si jëfandikoo service Qmoney bi yëpp xaalis boobu soo ko fa transféré from your international wallet mu ñëw si sa Qmoney account bi li nga si mën a def bëri na di nga si mën a jëfandikoo pour dina si essence si Jah Oil wala Atlas petrol station di nga ko mën a use pour def li nga xamante ne mooy nduga wala li nga xamante ne mooy shopping si xéewal seen supermarket bi wala seen mini market si di nga mën a dem Q City dem def si lu bëri di nga ko mën a use tam pour dina si cash power dina si crédit dafa dépend daal yow noo ko bëgg a jëfandikoo waaye lu si gën a óor mooy ne xaalis bi mun na faa nekk ba yow sax yoo ko soxlayee xam nga loolu lu neex la unlike bu njëkk bi suñ la war a yónnee on normal basis comme ni yónnee la xaalis xam nga soo demee ak code bi si bureau bi wala si banque bi pour jël xaalis bi doo mun a xawaat ne non bu leen ma jox yëpp jox leen ma xaaf xam nga loolu mun na possible su fekkente ne dañ la yónnee mooy xaalis waaye ak this service noonu lañ ko defaree so mu nekk loo xamante ne lu am njëriñ la ba pare dafa am sutura daal so lii lañ indil askan bi pour woon leen ne képp koo xamante ne mu ngi seetaan léegi nii su fekkente ne am nga ay mbokk bitim réew ñi nga xamante ne yónnee xaalis si Gambia bi fii daf daan nekk jafe-jafe si ñoom service bu ñu leen indil nii dafa yomba yow mi nekk Gambia laajuñ la si dara pour nga fay li ñu la laaj mooy na nga ut QCell line nga doxantu si QCell customer care bi la gën a jege ñoom mun nañ la jox QCell sim ñu register la ko si sa tour activité la li nga xamante ne moom mooy Qmoney su fekkente ne yaa ngi seetaan sax léegi nii mun ngaa doxantu si suñu head office bi ñu ngi fa am team boo xamante ne roadshow bi ñu ngi fa toog di jàppale ñi nga xamante ne ñoom ñoo amagul sax QCell line ndig lii service la boo xamante ne comme ni ko Mbodj waxee rek ñu ngi ko déggandoor yónnee xaalis si dëkk bi daf dee jàppale suñ dem kanam yi dëkk bi si réew mi
loolu lu am solo la Ablaye ba léegi rek comme nuñ ko waxee rek Qmoney ak ñooñu di Ria ñoo lëkkaloo pour indil leen li nga xam ne mooy RIA money transfer direct si sa Qmoney bi pour nga mun koo jot léegi waaw yéen ñi nga xam ne am ngeen ay doom bitim réew mun nañoo yónnee xaalis si Qmoney RIA mu ñëw si Qmoney lu ñoo def mooy dañoo dellu si suñ auditorium bi ndaxte ngénte baa ngee ñëw door mooy launching bi lu am solo la kilifa yëg si nañ ñu seet Mr Mbodj
Yes, Balde, Mr. Balde.
waaw ñu ngi laa dalal xam naa ne fu mu nekk nii moom léegi wat li egga na si ndong li
waaw wax nga dëgg egg na ci ndong li. Thank you very much.
ok wax ñu tuuti
Yes, jërëjëf. On this day, 14th of September 1998, Microsoft became the biggest company in the world, overtaking General Electric. On the same day, 2 years later, 2000, they launched the Windows Millennium Edition. So today is as auspicious as any day to have this milestone event, the launch of a Qmoney RIA partnership, integrating systems to make our money transfer experience more convenient. I welcome our guests today to this event. As I said earlier, we've got the Deputy Governor, the first Deputy Governor of the Central Bank, Dr. Jabi, and earlier and I saw his colleague, Mr. Koda, with whom I went to school at Gambia High School. Also, the CEO of the Q Group, Mr. Mohamed Jah, is here. And we've got the MD of Ajib, Aissatou Jawara, she's here as well. So we've got dignitaries all over. Thank you very much. So, yes, of course, the RIA MD, Mr. Malik Seka, is also here. So, thank you very much, all of you, for coming. We all know why we are here. Earlier, I called it a milestone event. It will transform our remittances experience with all of us. Later on, we'll have speakers. We will hear from the MD, the head of Qmoney, Aliu Badaranjai. Afterwards, we'll hear from Aissatou Jawara, the managing director of Ajib Bank, and we'll hear also from Malik Sek, the RIA MD for Africa. So, but before we get there, maybe a few housekeeping rules. First, our phones. Shall we put them on silence, please? That's one. And maybe another one, the time allotted to our speakers. Let us keep to the time. So now I think it will be appropriate, perhaps to call our first guest. We have many guests today. This is is it Aliu Badaranjai? He is the head of Qmoney. Hugely experienced, and I've interviewed it before. You will enjoy the speech. Thank you very much, Aliu Badaranjai. Please join me in welcoming Aliu Badaranjai.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Mbodj. Am I audible? I'm a little bit tall.
Maybe you're safe.
The mask.
There.
Okay.
I'll give you this.
I am safe. Thank you very much. First Deputy Governor, Dr. Jabi. Managing Director, RIA for Africa, Mr. Malik Sek. Mrs. Aissatou Jawara, MD for Ajib. Chairman, Qmoney, QCell, and Q Group, Mr. Mohamed Jah. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. A very good morning to you all. Qmoney is very proud to have you all here today in the QCell building to witness the official launching of a very auspicious partnership between Qmoney and RIA money transfer. Our distinguished guests from the central bank will attest to the fact that international remittances play a huge role in the Gambian economy. From figures that I believe Dr. and they support friends and family back home, and also investments. A lot of people are investing back home, so a lot of these funds flow through international remittance services. So they play a vital role in the Gambian economy. However, the methods of receiving remittances has been fairly unchanged for quite a while, and can sometimes be a huge task or endeavor for people to receive their funds. If I give you all a few examples, it'll be familiar to all of you. Vast majority of recipients of remittances invariably have to go to a bank or a foreign exchange bureau to receive their funds. And as you can imagine, there's a long queue normally. You might end up having to spend a few hours there before you collect your funds. The other one also is that a lot of our loved family and friends living in rural Gambia would have to travel a long distance to get to a major town to be able to receive their funds. And as you can imagine, that's a lot of cost and time to receive their funds. The other problem area really is that, as you know, in the weekends, most of the banks are shut and the remittance bureaus close early. So if you have an emergency and you need money, you're really stuck. You'll have to wait till Monday to get your funds. So the other one obviously also is that people who would hang around the banks and these financial areas looking for people coming out with a big bag of money, trying to get hold of your funds. So security can also be a problem in terms of receiving some of these funds. Qmoney, a leader in mobile money innovation in the Gambia, have gone into partnership with RIA Money Transfer, one of the biggest firms in the international money remittance business in the world, have come together to provide a fast, safe, and convenient method to receive your remittances, and also resolve some of the issues that I mentioned earlier on. We needed a global player, somebody with experience, and I think RIA's global footprint, they've got close to 500,000 locations that you can send or receive money across the world. They're in 160 countries across the world. So I believe we're in safe hands working with RIA. So we're extremely pleased today to have Mr. Sek, who is the MD in charge of Africa for RIA, and a very, very high-powered delegation from Dakar with him. So we're very pleased that they've come to support the event. They've been working very closely with us, and we really appreciate all the support that they've given to this project. Mr. Sek, thank you to you and your team. Following consultations with the CBG regarding the various aspects of the service, they provide us with the green light to approval to have this service for the first time in the Gambia. Another first for Qmoney and the Q Group to be able to terminate international remittances into mobile wallet. So, Dr. Jabi, yourself and your team, we really appreciate the support that you have given this project and the open door policy in general that the central bank, as a regulator, affords us, Qmoney and the rest of the Q Group. We really appreciate all the support we have from the central bank. Our relationship with RIA could not have been possible without having an agency arrangement, and in that area we have great partners in Ajib Bank. So we also thank Ajib tremendously for all their assistance in making this a reality. Aissatou Jawara is here with her team, So we really appreciate, without them, the project wouldn't have left the ground. So we really appreciate Ajib's involvement in this project. So we thank you and your team as well. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure by now you're thinking, when is he going to describe the service? So I'll give you a quick summary of it. It's really, I think the beauty of technology is it aims to make things simple. So a lot of hard work has gone into this project to make it very simple, very convenient, and straightforward. So if I bring it down to the simplest terms, all you require to receive your funds in your mobile money wallet is to have a QCell mobile number with your Qmoney account activated. That, in essence, is all you need. Your loved one or family member or business partner abroad who wants to send you money can walk into any RIA location across the world, give them your mobile number, your name, and the amount they want to send, and the transaction within minutes will hit your mobile phone. You will receive a message saying that you have received a particular amount of money from Mr. Mboj, and then it will give you instructions of how you can cash the funds. So as I said, the sender has two options. They can walk into an agent anywhere in the world, but recently we have also added the option of downloading the RIA app. So if you're in Europe or in America, you can download the app, and from the comfort of your home or your office or any environment, send money immediately to the Gambia, and it will be received within a few minutes. So I think that is an innovation that we are all very happy to have here in the Gambia. I reiterate, the first in the Gambia is in the Q group. Yes. So as I said, once you get the SMS message, in between there'll be a check done to confirm your identity, to make sure that it's gone to the right mobile number. So all this compliance is happening in the background so that it's seamless for the recipient. So once we confirm that you are indeed the owner of the mobile phone and the account, the money is deposited into your newly created international wallet and your Qmoney account. So from there, you have obviously the freedom to go to any Qmoney agent. We have hundreds across the country. We also partner with all the major banks, all the major microfinance organizations in the country. You can go and cash out your money. But more importantly, you will not be charged to withdraw your money. It's all free of charge. There's no additional fees. But obviously as well, if you wish, you could keep the funds in your wallet and use them to purchase for the many services that Qmoney have on our platform. You can send the money to other friends and family. You can use it to buy Q Power, cash power, or you can also use it to buy fuel. A lot of people don't realize you can buy fuel from both Atlas and Ja Oil from your Qmoney wallet. And also you can also go to some of the major supermarkets and use your wallet to make purchases. So the flexibility is really there for everybody. And we even recently as well, I might add, you can even move it to your bank account. We've partnered with Ajib and EcoBank, so you can move your funds into your bank account if you wish for safekeeping. As we said, the service is very simple, safe and convenient, and in essence, that's really what it is. It's a seamless service. Within minutes, it's in your wallet for you to start using your funds at your freedom. We would like to just to add that people might think that you'll need a smartphone, a very advanced handset to be able to use our services. All of Qmoney services can be used on a $200 telephone, all the way up to your iPhone. So we cover all sectors of the mobile phone in terms of complete technology. So that is really good. We are very conscious that we are trying to be equal. We want to serve everybody in the country. No matter what kind of technology you have with you, you can use your Qmoney wallet and do your transactions. So also, very important, to use our services, you don't need to have data on your phone. You don't need to have credit. So as long as your line is active, you can use your Qmoney wallet. I think that's very important for people to know as well. So it's a free service to use. So for all of those customers out there who have not activated their wallet, I think now is the time to rush to your nearest Qmoney agent or QCell customer care to activate your Qmoney account. We would like to thank everybody who has worked in this project to make it a reality. And we owe a debt of gratitude to Ms. Sirandao, who is here, my predecessor. She put the foundations on this project together. I really want to acknowledge her. She's worked very hard on this with Ria and Ajib. And we really appreciate all the hard work she's done for Qmoney as well. Sira, thank you very much. We'd also like to thank all the teams within QCell for all the support that they give Qmoney. We are a very close-knit family. So whatever we need, we go and they open their doors for us. We really appreciate that. Finance, IT, transport, the whole Qmoney family, we really appreciate all the support that you give Qmoney. We also want to thank Panamax, who are our software supporters, software development partners, and want to thank all our customers as well out there who really use our services in their thousands every day in the Gambia here. I would also personally like to thank the Qmoney team. We're a lean team, as I always say, but mean as well. We try to exceed expectations and make sure that our customers are happy and try to have innovative services like this one for all our customers. And to make the dream of revolutionizing digital payments in the country. I know Central Bank are very keen on digitalizing payment systems, and we're along the same journey with them. We want to make Gambia to be able to start using digital payments so that we move away from the cash-based economy. So we thank everybody who has assisted us on this project. And last but not the least, obviously, we want to thank our dynamic chairman. We want to say a big thank you to Mr. Ja. Qmoney is a very young company, but he is very keen on all that we do. And as we try to make waves in the digital payment arena, he's been instrumental in supporting Qmoney in all aspects that you can imagine. So, Mr. Ja, thank you very much for your support. Yeah. So, lastly, before I cede the podium, is to thank, is to ask members of the public who are not already enjoying Qmoney services. Now there's no time like now to try and go and activate your wallet and receive your RIA remittances, as we say in Wolof, Chisasi, Chisakalpe. You can dial *232 to activate your Qmoney wallet, or you can go to your nearest agent or customer care to get assistance or more information. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for all your kind attention. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Aliu Badaranjai, the head of Qmoney, and the features, quite remarkable. Who called it seamless service. Anywhere in the world, go to a RIA agent. Sooner or later, you'll have a RIA app. Send your money. It goes straight to the person, the receiver, the recipient's wallet. No payment at all. Banking made even simpler. If the transfer business was simple before, it has become even simpler. So next, we'll go to our guest from Ajib, the head of Ajib, Aissatou Jawara. Join me in welcoming Aissatou Jawara, the MD of Ajib.
Thank you, Mr. Mbouch, and thank you, Aliu Badara, the chairman of the board of directors of Ajib Bank Limited, Mr. Mohamed Jah, the first deputy governor of the Central Bank of the Gambia, Mr. Sekou Jawi, and the director of banking supervision, Mr. Amadou Kora, the managing director of RIA Money Transfer, Mr. Malik Sek, the mother of Q Group, Madam Aissatou Jah, okay, group head Qmoney, Aliu Badara Njai, and the technical staff, management of Ajib Bank and the entire Q group. At the press present here, good afternoon. Is it afternoon or morning? Okay. Okay. I'm deeply humble this afternoon for the opportunity to stand before this auspicious gathering in order to deliver a short speech, though I'm only given 5 minutes, on the launching of Qmoney, Rare Money Transfer, in collaboration with Ajib Bank Limited. Ajib Bank has a long-standing relationship with Rare Money Transfers, which we highly valued. We are glad today to be the first and the only bank so far in the country to have an exclusive payout agreement with Qmoney, Rare Money Transfer, as principal agent. The arrangement in this tripartite agreement will allow funds to be transferred directly to customers' Qmoney wallets from the USA and Europe through an app or an agent. The agreement will further allow beneficiaries to cash out from all Ajib locations or other Qmoney contracted collection points throughout the Gambia. In the last few years, the world has witnessed an unprecedented evolution in the mobile financial services, which cannot be ignored. The global mobile payment market report states that the mobile financial services market is expected to grow at an annual rate of 33% from 2019 to 2026, reaching $457.4 billion USD by 2026. Therefore, as a bank, we cannot afford to ignore this reality, especially when the opportunity comes to knock our doors. Moreover, with the pressing need for innovative solutions in banking for service delivery, mobile wallet service will certainly lead to a greater customer experience and efficiency. It is our belief that Qmoney, Rare Money Transfer, will transform our financial system and ensure customer satisfaction and loyalty to Ajib Bank Limited. Let me also take this opportunity to once again thank our team, that's the Ajib team, who participated directly in the development of this project from the onset, being Qmoney Jata, who is head of IT, and our former head of Treasury, Kitabu Jammeh. I cannot also conclude this speech without expressing gratitude to the Central Bank of the Gambia for granting the needed approval license for the project to proceed. I thank you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, the Managing Director of Ajib, Aissatou Jawara. Reiterated really the scale of digital wallet these days in the world, and how important it is really for Ajib to join in, and certainly expects the whole joint enterprise to transform our experience of how we do money transfer, our money transfer interactions. Now we invite the head of RIA, Mr. Malik Seka, the other partner in this wonderful package.
Good morning, everybody. In Japanese or Bambara? Japanese? So, thank you very much. Thank you for hosting us today. I'm very pleased with the whole team to be here in this innovative launch in the Gambia. So important, that's why I came with my team and all the business segment are represented today. I came with the head of business development, Mr. Papa Mudunyai, who is the project manager for this launch. Mr. Pierre Jassi, he's the head of IT. Our compliance head, Mrs. Ima, and then our marketing coordinator. you realize that we came with the whole, segment of the company. Thank you also, Mr. Deputy Governor, Mr. Jabi, and your team. When we started this project, we went to see them because we are a very fully aligned company as well as Qmoney. So that's the reason why we chose Qmoney to start this business, because compliance is very important. So we went with Mr. Jah to see the governor, to have the blessing to explain them the project and see how we can proceed, because we are the money transfer company. We don't have a license here in Africa as well as other companies. We need to rely on the banks and sponsored by the central bank. So when the central bank said it's fine, this is how we want to do it, and that time we start, that project. So thank you very much, Mr. Jabi, and thank you for your support to this business. For us, it's very important to have the support of the central bank, because you want to align in every country where you're operating, align with the regulation, with the local and international regulation. So thank you again. Thank you also, Mr. Jah, for your vision in this business. I know and I believe that you understand that business is not technology driven. Business is customer needs, and you are in. It's not the technology that make the business. It's not the systems. It's the needs, and you satisfy them. I used to talk with one of the most successful mobile money in Africa, which is M-Pesa, and one of the executive directors said that our business is not a technology success, it's a network success. And when you go through the Gambia, you see the network of Qmoney, from the airport up to the hotel, everywhere you see it. And thanks to the network, you can leverage and do anything you guys want. And this is part of this success of the network. So thanks a lot. So thank you, Sira. Also, you was at the forefront starting the project. It was not that easy. You have technology issue, challenge, and fortunately we are there. So thank you very much, Sira. Thank you also, Alier. I see your commitment, your motivation to make it happen, your innovative spirit. So I do like it, and your responsiveness attitude is important when you work remotely. It's important to have responsive, people at the other side. So thanks a lot. Thank you, Khuja, also for helping to make it happen. So I'm the managing director for Africa, for RIA. We're based in Dakar. I want especially to thank Aissatou Jawara, the MD for Ajib, because Ajib was the first bank, not only in the Gambia, but in Africa, to work with RIA directly. Before, RIA was relying on intermediaries, aggregators, to send money from US, mainly from Europe, to Africa. And when they came to Africa, I was not working for RIA at that time. Ajib and Islamic Bank in Senegal was one of the first banks that's trust RIA. It was unknown, it was an unknown brand. And since then, we're working with you very, very, very nicely. And when Mohammed joined, we started now innovating, thinking about this project. So thank you very much for that. That's very important for us, because the reason of the African office is to set up direct partnership with bank and set up a network, a RIA network. So thank you very much, Aissatou, for that. So actually, we are a leading company in the world. We are present in over 162 countries, in Africa in 43 countries, working with over 200 banks, mainly with banks, microfinance, saving banks, and post offices. So we do have a very, very, very good network in the continent. And we've signed with almost with all the regional banks in the continent, from Atijari in the north up to EcoBank, etc. All of them trust what we're doing, and we are the most progressive company in the industry in terms of remittance. And in spite of the sanitary crisis, our business has been growing a lot during this crisis for two main reasons. The first one was that we accelerate our digital project everywhere in Europe and in the US. Now you can send money from every mobile everywhere in the US, in Europe. And the second reason was during the lockdown in Europe, informal transfers has almost disappeared. No planes, airport closed. So migrant was obliged to go to the network, to the formal businesses and send money. So we see a lot of grow everywhere, almost everywhere in Africa. While the World Bank was predicting a loss of 20%, we saw in our business more than 20% growth since COVID, and it is still continue. Because those was in informal system, now they are in the formal system. We managed to get them to be loyal in our business. So we have a big growth in this business since COVID. What we're doing today is online with our strategy, which is the multi-channel strategy. You can send money cash pickup, you can send money in a bank account, in an ATM, and now in a mobile wallet. And this is the need, as I said. This is not because you have the technology, because there is a need from customers. You said that receiving money on the weekend, you cannot. Receiving money after 8 or after 6, banks are closed. This allows us to satisfy the last mile and to have a pocket, a wallet, to have, money in their pocket at any time. This is the first time in the Gambia, and even the first time straight to wallet. What we used to do before, we was doing a pull service. We are now working with Orange in several countries to update the system, to upgrade it, and for the push service. And we start with you guys with the push service. And this is really innovative, even for us. We have a partnership with many operators. We are about to launch a lot of countries. And your Qmoney is, I think, the second or the third one that we launched as a push in the continent after M-Pesa and Cameroon. So thank you for that, and thank you for your business. So financial inclusion is very important. I know that Mr. Deputy Governor will talk about that. And what we want is to allow everybody, whether you have a smartphone or any other phone, to receive your money, because migrants are still going to Europe, to everywhere, just to find a decent job and help their family that have helped them before. We know Gambians, the way they behave, because with the statistic, we know where Gambians are, where Senegalese are, where Burkina Faso people are. When you look at our statistic at the end of the month, we know the geopolitics of the migration. And Gambians have the same, the same reflex than Senegalese, than many other countries. Once they get money, they just think about the family that has helped them before. So this is really something that will help them. I'm convinced that those migrants will use this product for convenience, because this is really convenience, and we are always working for convenience for our customers. So thanks very much, thanks a lot, and then wishing you every success for this project. Thank you.
Thank you very much, the Managing Director of RIA Africa. When he said that Ajib Bank was the first that they had a collaboration with, who joined them, then I thought the Q group, quite interesting. There's been quite a long queue of being first, really. And what a remarkable insight, that business is not simply about technology, but to satisfy a need. Remarkable insight there. Big company in 43 countries in Africa, over 100 around the world. That's an international heavyweight in the remittances business. Now, we move on to our next guest, the regulators. We've got here the, the Deputy First Governor of the Central Bank, Dr. Jabi. Sekou Jabi, yeah, welcome to the podium.
Right, I think when it was said regulators, that was a fear, right? But I can show you we have the carrot and the stick, right? So at some point we are highly developmental, particularly in our part of the world. If you want to be strictly regulated, at the end of the day, you don't have nothing to regulate. Everything collapsed, right? Really. So thanks so much, my honorable MC, my colleague. We've been together. I miss him so long. I used to cover his programs on TV anyway. Really. The MD of Q Group, Managing Director of RIA and his team. I've seen high power delegation. We're meeting them tomorrow. MD Qmoney, Ali Bata Njai, and the MD of Ajib, our colleague in the financial sector for so long. and the staff of both the Q Group, the chairman certainly, and staff of the Q Group and the Qmoney, the press, also my directors, the team I came with. Yesterday, the MD of Q Group was in my office. He was thinking of bringing every central bank here. Really. But here I'm with 3 other directors. I have to acknowledge that. The Director of Supervision Department, the Director of Other Financial Institutions Department, and the Director of Financial Markets. These are new departments now. Name change departments, but they've been with us for so long. Well, it's gallant to be part of this gathering. You talk about financial inclusion, you come to Central Bank, and to DG1's office, you are talking to the right person. Really. Financial inclusion, certainly technology is a driver, it's a key driver. And technology is a global trend, technology innovation is a global trend. You either have to be part of it or you are left behind, really. We have to be in. And looking at our statistics on financial inclusion in this country, 20% formal and 31% if you include both formal and informal. So there's greater room for us to develop on this. The event is timely, as we already working on our national financial inclusion strategy. We already finished the first draft. We are working with some development partners to look at the draft. So by sometime in October, we want to launch it. So this is coming at the right time. We are working on our strategy in the next 5 years to be 70% inclusion in this country. That's the Maya Declaration. We delivered it, I think, last year at AFI, Alliance for Financial Inclusion global policy meeting, that Gambia wants to be 70% financial inclusion by 2025, really. So this event is trying to address that. This event is trying to reduce that exclusion rate. So certainly Central Bank cannot be sitting at the back, really. We are there in front of really. Importance of remittances is so much to this country. It's so much to this, if you know the statistics. In 2019, we had 329 million US dollars in remittances. This is 31% of our GDP. In 2020, with all the COVID, but COVID has some positives. With all the negatives, it has some positives. Because people are not traveling, and you don't give envelopes to people at the airport, bring it to my people. So everybody was forced to send it officially. And we captured 589 million US dollars. This is almost double that of 2019. And this is due mainly to, we have a software that captures bureau operations, and also the banks are supplying us with data. And the MTOs, we had increased number of MTOs, about 43 MTOs working with different institutions in this country. And the software also is able to help give us data on a timely basis. We now have it in our mobile phone. I can go inside. 1 minute later, I know the total inflows in this country. 1 minute ago. It's timely, really, real time, really. And as at end August this year, we have 535 million US dollars. This is 90% of last year. 90% of last year. So we are expected to raise up to 800 to 900 million this year, 2021. And with this level, we all know how tourism sector is flopping because of this COVID, even from 2020. But remittance has come up to fill the gap that we are losing at the tourism sector. So it's so important that we take note of this and knowing so much. So if something is good for your economy, you need to protect it and promote it. And we are there to do that, just that. We are there to promote it at all levels, really. RIA, your partner, is one of the top three money transfer companies total inflows in this country. And with their global presence, so there's going to be so much added value to this process. And RIA partnership in various agents in the Gambia includes not only commercial banks, but also finance companies, bureaus, the new mobile companies, and QCell being, as said here, QCell being the first one. So due to remittances, FX has been abundant. Even during the COVID, 2020, the COVID, we were not that affected by the COVID because of the abundant supply of Forex compared to our sister countries in the region. In Nigeria today, the exchange rate is 535 naira to $1. With the biggest economy in Africa. In Ghana, the same. I happened to attend the governor's meeting of central banks in Lagos in November 2020. When I mentioned the remittance figures, Even Central Bank of Nigeria was looking at us. How do we raise that? The moment we left, I understand, they put up a task force, a committee to look at what they can raise from remittances. Some countries like Ghana were reporting 45 million US dollar remittance compared to small Gambia with that level. You see. So these are issues that we need to be able to reach it out. Sensitization needs to go on so that this is reaching at the remotest part of the country. And with technology, you can always reach out to the remotest part of the country with particularly going straight into a wallet. And the good thing about it is, I can tell you, even at the point of central bank, you are reducing our cost of printing dollars. This is going straight to the wallet. We are not printing. The money is going electronic, debit and credit here and there. So the physical cash is standing, really. So this, with time, is going to reduce our cost of printing, which is in millions. In millions, it's not free. Million, and the security certainly issues will be there. With technology, digital security challenges are there. The cyber security we all know now, the kind of thing would have to be, we have to be so much careful with that. Cyber security issues, some hacking and all that, really, these are issues. And certainly I hail the cooperation between the two institutions. I think, and being an African way of doing things, nobody can come from that end and solve the problem for us. If you are looking at it, sitting at our corners and identify problems and come into partnership, no one is single institution can do it all alone. As he said, networking. We do that and address these problems, really. So these are important, really. The comparative advantage, as I said, we are good at something, you keep hold on it, really. In European countries like Switzerland, at the time, were so much in air traffic, the kind of other countries, they produce cars. In other countries, they receive nothing. But they have the comparative advantage of what they hold on to. In Singapore, people say all about Singapore. Even water to drink, they don't have it. Sand to construct, they don't have it. You say. But they have the mine. You trade the mine, you can't do anything with it. You say. So these are all issues. They have oil refineries, they don't have oil. But other countries are able to export crude oil, and they process it and sell it back to them. So these are all issues, really. So access to finance, as I said, in some quarters, like Mohamed Yunus, the Nobel laureate, says it's a human right. So your effort here is addressing that human right. Everybody has the right to access finance, either savings, credit, remittances, payment system, name it. We all have the opportunity to access it and take care of our socioeconomic issues. Really, I must assure you that Central Bank is very committed to support you in this partnership, and we are committed to play the level field, make sure that the playing ground is level, and digital finance and all other efforts going into promoting economic development, finance sector development. We are there, that's all our mandate. We are there to give you the right support at all times. Don't hesitate to contact us for that. That's why we are there. And from 2017 to now, you can see the stability of the dollar, all because of the high level of remittances. If you plot the graph, we normally have that at our MPC. You see dollar exchange rate against dollar, sometimes even appreciate against the dollar. We have every weekly meetings on this, really. We look at the fiscal and the monetary and try to monitor it. So everything is going fine. So we are operating in an environment that the environment is conducive and the right authorities are there. In business, as I said, private sector is always ahead. You're thinking quickly than regulators, just like in Kenya. When you come up with an innovation, we normally call you to do the demo and allow you to go ahead. Along the line, we look at the gaps, look at the potholes, and try to come up with regulation to fix those holes. And we go on. So I must say it's because of that that you become the first company to go into international remittance. And the Central Bank did not hesitate to grant that, and wish you the very best in your operations. And we continue the collaboration, we continue the networking, and I'm sure this will not be only event to present a product or to launch a product. More and more things are coming. I know Mr. Seka for many years, really, for many years, and RIA has been highly compliant with the Central Bank. We had no issues with them. That's good. That's good. And for Central Bank, that's the only area we talk about, compliance. He has his own compliance team too. Ajib Group, Ajib Bank, Keep Group have their compliance issues also, but we are the supreme compliance level, right? So we urge you to play the game by the rules. right? So that there's no conflict. There's no yellow card. There's no. Yeah. Thank you so much. With this summary, thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you very much, there, Dr. Sekou Jabi, the first Deputy Governor of Central Bank. When the regulator is happy, you know that you are on the right track. So he mentioned it, financial inclusion is a global trend and we cannot be left behind, and also given the fact that remittances play so much in what we do in our lives and livelihoods. Thank you very much there. First Deputy Governor. So next we go to the pioneering maestro. How else can one call it? Who started this revolution and has built up a long queue of force, as I said earlier, from 1998 with the quantum net. Within a decade, there was a GSM company, the very person really responsible for the event today, the CEO of QCell and the chairman of the Q Group, Mr. Mohamed Jah.
Thank you, Mr. Mboj. Thank you for your nice words. Good afternoon, everybody. I'll start by welcoming our guests from Senegal, Mr. Seka, the Managing Director of REA Africa, with his team. I think he brought together on his way to Gambia all the team members who were relevant to this project. And that shows the importance which REA International have put on this project. We would like to take this opportunity to thank you for that move and that initiative, because I know that we are all very busy. Bringing all your heads of departments here shows the importance of this project to them. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank Dr. Jabi, who we all know is the first Deputy Governor of the Central Bank, but is the champion for mobile money in this country. I said that because since we had the interest to launch mobile money in the Gambia, we had several discussions and meetings with him and his team. And instead of putting stumbling blocks on the way, he actually always gives us the vision to go forward and ideas. So unlike a lot of regulators in Africa, because I am in some other African countries, regulators are fond of blocking. But I see the Central Bank of the Gambia as a development regulator. That's how I see them, because I have got several meetings with them, whether with Ajib or with Qmoney, and I see that anytime we are there, they're also adding ideas to what we have. And that is why I think we are where we are today. So I would like to take this opportunity to thank him with his team and to welcome Mr. Kora, a colleague, and also Director of Financial Services, and the two directors who came along with him. I think to the whole country and to the whole world, this is a testimony of the fact that the Central Bank of the Gambia gives this project a special attention and an encouragement. He could have just come alone. In fact, he was in a board meeting today. He had to delegate his deputy to sit in that board meeting, and that board meeting is very important to the country. So it shows how, you know, he really wants this project to succeed. Also to the Qmoney, well, to Ajib, before I go to Qmoney, Ajib Aissatou and the team, we also want to thank you for your efforts with your team. We have seen the effort you have done to have this project to the success level. To Qmoney, Mr. AB and the team, and Auntie Sira here with the entire team, I think I cannot say more. They've been on this project, and they've put in a lot of effort, and today we are enjoying the results. In fact, when I was in the US a few months ago, I was one of the first to use the service when it was ready. We used this. I went to the I think it was a Walmart. They have a rare distributor, and I sent money to a friend here, and they received it immediately. So I was very glad, and I knew that the project is a success. Today, you don't only have the option to go to a rare agent, but you have now the option to sit in your room if you have the rare app, which you can download on your mobile phone, whether it's Android or iPhone. You can just download it, and from the comfort of your office or your house, you can just send money to a friend or family in the Gambia from your bed, not going anywhere. Just, everything is linked now. You know that our brothers and sisters in the diaspora have their bank accounts on their phones. Nobody goes to the bank anymore. And obviously they have a rare app on their phone. So all what they need to do is just to go there and just send money to loved ones here. But before moving on, I think we must all show appreciation and gratitude to the diaspora, the Gambian diaspora. I think the figures which Deputy Governor is quoting here are being sent by Gambians like us who are working outside the country. If today we are saying that the COVID has not affected the Gambian economy, and rightly so, I am in Sierra Leone and I have seen the level of depreciation of the loan to the dollar, and also the commodity, the price increase, in fact, fuel, rice, in those countries, compared to Gambia, where we have seen the stabilization of prices. In Gambia, surprisingly, although people are saying that it's still expensive, but a bag of rice costs about $1,100, $1,200. That's about, I think, $22. In Sierra Leone, it's about $40, the cheapest. You go to other sub-regional. And that's because of the stabilization of the dalasi. We've been in business. We are into 6 different sectors of the economy. And I can gladly say that since 2017 to date, not only that the dollar is stabilized to the dalasi, but the dalasi has been appreciating in some moments. I know that in 2016, we used to buy dollar at almost $54. Today, it's about $50, $51. So I would like to take this opportunity through the first governor to convey our appreciation to the governor, Mr. Bois, of the good job, the good work Central Bank is doing. You don't normally hear a lot of Central Bank because they work at the background. But I think we are all seeing the effects as a nation. So we would like to thank them. And to our brothers and sisters, we would also like to thank them, for what they are doing for this country. Today, the Gambia is exploding. That's how I see it. Everywhere you go, people are building, And who are building is the Gambians who are in the diaspora. Who are subsidizing people at home is the Gambians in the diaspora. So this particular product is for them. And as Malik rightly said, my vision has never been technology. My background is technology, yes, but my vision is service. That whatever we have to do, we need to look at what the impact is on society. It's not what amount of profit you made at the end of the day, but what impact we have on society. And I think everybody will agree with us that since inception, all our companies, we have been looking at the impact we have in society. And that is why we can say a lot of things, we brought it into the Gambia the first time. Even though we were the fourth operator, we came 15 years after the first two operators, and 10 years after the third one. But we were able to bring innovative ideas. We were the first to have 3G network in the Gambia, and I remembered at the time, 2009, we were the second in Africa, even before Senegal. We were after South Africa. We were the first to deploy 3G network. We were also the first to deploy the 4G network. But these things are all just numbers, just stamps. What does it mean to society? That is what is key here. We came and there was difficulty buying NAWEC. You know, people were queuing, long queues. And then at 7 o'clock or 6 o'clock, the NAWEC offices are closed. If you don't buy the NAWEC token, you have to wait till, you have to sleep in the dark. We went to NAWEC and they told us, look, we have been following all the operators who were here. We even allocated a budget to develop this. And I told the MD at the time, I could remember, I said, we don't need money from you. We are going to develop a solution for this country. And today I'm proud to say that, not that we were the first, but the solutions we have developed, still nobody has developed it in this country. Everyone knows that we sell NAWEC through our Qpower, or our Qmoney platform, like the other operators who started it later, long later. But we also sell NAWEC, we have NAWEC scratch cards as well. They are not very common, but we have them. But most interestingly, you can just buy NAWEC from your QCell credit. You buy a QCell credit, you can use that credit and buy NAWEC. Because remember, the other one, you have to go somewhere and put in real money. This one, you don't need to. The credit you buy to use QCell is what you use to buy NAWEC, and that's very innovative. Nobody is doing it other than us. We've brought in services like Ifankanta. You know, we brought a lot of innovative service, but the most important thing is, I always tell my team, is let us look at what the country needs. What we need here might be different from what you need in Europe, what you need in Senegal, what you need in Nigeria. We have our specific needs. Let's look at what Gambians need, and we try to develop apps or products to make it easy for the Gambians. And there is no surprise if we are launching today the first international mobile money remittance, you know, in the Gambia. It's not a surprise. I think people know us as innovators. In fact, we have a slogan, Mr. Seka, which says that we innovate and others follow. So we just don't, it's not just a slogan to us. It's a belief. It's an ideology. And if you want to keep up to that innovation, to that slogan, you have to walk the talk. And that is what we are doing today. So really, I must say that I'll thank the entire team, the entire group for that matter, because in the Q group, we don't differentiate who is at Qmoney, who is at QCell, who is at Ajib. When it comes to innovation and support, we support each other. We are one block. We are one family. So I would like to take this opportunity to thank them all for, you know, their hard work, and I hope that Gambians all over the world will see this product useful to them. And as the MD rightly said, Mr. Njai, it's at no cost. In fact, in the wallet, we created a separate wallet for the rare, where your money comes right there. It has nothing to do with your other wallet. So that when you ne tey soo gisee Covid bi affecté ñu dalasi bi daanuwut price yi marchandise yi fu ñu war a nekk mu ngi fa soo gisee loolu yëpp mooy ne suñ doom yu nekk si biti lu ñoo yónnee si xaalis musuñ koo yónnee waaw luñ daan yónnee dañ ko mel ni dañ ko dabul mu ngi miin ne ñu ngi yónnee xaalis pour tabax ñu ngi yónnee xaalis pour dimbali nit ñi fii économie bi daal ñoom ñoo ko amee so kon ñun tam waruñu leen a fàtte Gambie lu ñoo def ñu sóoraale leen moo tax ñun at the Q group tamit ñu design product bi nga xam ne daf leen di yombalal lu ñoo def nga xam ne ñoom tam duñ sonna di uti fu ñoo yónnee xaalis te suñ yónnee xaalis seen ñu ko yónnee dinañ ko jot si time buñ ko waree jot so ñu ngi jël opportunity bi di thank everybody di wax député gouverneur ne mu gërëmal ñu gouverneur sa bois di gërëmal ñu team bi yëpp foofu wax ko ne ñun at the Q group apprécié nañ liggéeyi central bank bu baax apprécié nañ ko parce que nekkuñ si benn secteur ñun di group is in 6 different sectors so ñun mun nañoo wax lu bëri si économie Gambie nu moo demee su économie bi doxut ñun dinañ ko xam ñun at the Q group su économie bi doxee dinañ ko xam te mun naa wax ne économie baa ngee dox waaw mu ngee dox parce que gis nañ improvements yu bëri lu ñu gën a kontaan loo nag si central bank mooy dañ gis ne ñoom developmental regulator la man noonu laa leen gisee mooy ne soo fa yóbboo sa mbir instead of ñu laa tegal ay lifin yoo xam ne dañ laa tere ñoom dañ la dee jox idea ne la foog naa nii soo ko defee nii laa gën waaw te loolu normalut si regulator maa ngi si yeneen dëkka dama dee jànkuwante yeneen regulator waaye dafa néew ngay gis regulator boo xam ne daf laa ñaax pour nga liggéey foog naa loolu ñun kontaan nañ si torop may gërëm ñëpp di gërëm suma staff bi yëpp senior managers yi ñu fi teew yëpp di gërëm nag dëkk bi conclure di wax ne ñun tey soo gisee ñu mun a toolu fuñ toolu nii Gambien si ñoo ñu jàppale bu ñëwee ñoo ñu jàppale si lu ñoo def ñu ngi ñu see du jàppale rek xaalis wala di jënd seen product si waaye si ñaan foo dem ñu ngi ñoo ñaanal soo ñun amul dara luñ def waaye di wax Gambien si yëpp ne gërëm nañ leen te dinañ yokka lu ñoo def luñ munoon daaw ñu ngi ñaan yàlla ñu mun lu ko paase déwén ñu ngi ñaanal ñëpp di gërëm ñëpp di wax ne daal kontaan nañ si jotaay bi public bi yëpp ñu ngi gërëm everybody waaye may en rek di gërëm Anti Sira moom because xam naa effort bu mu def waxuma pour réa bi rek waaye Qmoney moom doomam la waaw moo tax démba sax dama toog koor ma ne ko ma ne ana bagage yi waaye yónnee nga ko andi sax mu ne waaw ñu ngi wax sax léegi waaw mu ngi si yeneen ité yu mag waaye tamit every day mu ngi si ñun ñu ngi xelaat parce que too amee sa doom di ko teete ba gis muy mag tamit ba ñëwul rek ne man jeexal naa si every day mu ngi ñëw di advice bi di ñu advice ñun ñëpp ñu ngi ko gërëm si loolu di ko ñaanal tamit si lu mu dugga tamit yàlla defal ko si ndam waaw gërëm ñëpp di sant ñëpp jërë ngeen jëf thank you very much.
Thank you very much there. I'm the CEO of QCell and chairman of the Q Group. If there's any slogan and a theme to the Q Group, it's really technology in the service of society. So that is why here we've just launched the first international mobile money transfer service in this country. So the CEO there thanked the central bank, calling it a developmental regulator who are more facilitative instead of punitive and being a stumbling block. He also, of course, thanked the diaspora. The whole reason why we're having all this money is because of the diaspora. And perhaps it reveals something else. We're really quite generous, and we take our responsibilities seriously. That is why all this money really, it's coming in. So we've come to the end of this launch, this watershed event. And listeners out there, what do you really need to take advantage of this new service? The QCell number and your Qmoney account. Anybody can send you money from anywhere in the world as long as they've got the RIA app or they go to an agent. It comes straight to your wallet, no intermediaries. That isn't passed anywhere, for free. The convenience, the safety, extraordinary. So we thank everybody here. The MD of RIA Africa, Malik Sek, the Governor of the Central Bank, Dr. Sekou Javi and your team, and Ajib, the partners as well. Aissatou Jawara, thank you very much. And of course, Mr. Ibn Jai, the head of Qmoney now. And earlier on, our chairman really has been paying tribute to Sirandao, who was there from the beginning, really, the brainchild. And we thank you, the staff, for the support. Everybody's here from Ajib. I can see Kemo, I can see OJ, Mamadou. So everybody's here to support this. It is the family concept. We are senior boss after all. Thank you very much for here. And upwards towards the stars, huh? Cheers. Okay, so well, let me just tell you, afterwards we'll have a photo shoot, and with the media, you can have questions and answer session here. So just wait. Yeah. Okay, so now I'll have to link back. They're talking in my ear. Now I'll have to link back to the studio. Ibrahim Balde is there. Balde, can you hear me?
Yes, I'm getting you loud and clear. Interesting interaction up there. Yes, Mr. Mboj, I'm getting you loud and clear. Can you hear me? Yes, I'm getting you loud and clear, Mr. Mboj. Thank you.
Thank you very much, my man. Now over to you.
Yes, thank you. Interesting out there. Mbokk yi jërë ngeen jëf ñu ngi leen a dalalaat buñ jógee ci auditorium bi ñu del si fii ci studio bi pour waxtaanee loolu li nga xam ne moo nekk Qmoney ak RIA seen lëkkaloo pour yónnee xaalis jóge ko bitim réew ñëw ci sa Qmoney account bi pour mu yomba bedee comme nu ma ko waxee rek ñu ngi amee Ablaye Jammeh Ablaye nañ waxtaan li yomba na neex na affaire boo xam ne la angale mu ngi ko ooyee spectacular maanaam yéen Qmoney borom doole ngeen te borom doole xamut ndanka
Bale jërëjëf xam nga soo gisee kilifa réew mi yëpp ñëw dajaloo benn place toog di ngénte lii nga xamante ne mooy lëkkaloo comme ni nga ko waxee rek dafa nekk loo xamante ne luy njëriñ askan bi la ba tax na gis nga lu ñu fi jos wone bu yàggut askan bi ñëpp a ngi witness ne ñi nga xamante ne ñoom ñooy njiiti dëkk bi jàppale ñi nga xamante ne ñoom ñooy GSM yi especially si QCell jàppale ñu bañ tollu fii nii diggante Qmoney ak RIA seen partnership bi so lii rek war naa wone dara ne comme nekkul lu ndaw lii luy njëriñ askan bi la so suñu waree bàyyi xel tamit si lii nga xamante ne moom mooy partnership bi diggante Qmoney ak RIA nekk na loo xamante ne ni su bàyyi xel lu kii jaabi doon wax mooy ku ñëwee si Central Bank wax na fi loo xamante ne mooy ne nekk na service boo xamante ne su nekkutoon diggante Qmoney ak RIA du doon mën a possible so lii mu nekk loo xamante ne apprécié nañ ko trop so service bi dañ ko indi teg ko si digg réew mi nag pour su ko defee askan wi mën si jëfandikoo xam nga soo déggee ñu ne service ñu bëri dañ dee expect ne dafa war a am service fii waaye bii nag amul benn service fii is for free maanaam yow mii di seetaan te amuloo QCell line li nga def dafa yomba demal uti QCell line ñu register la ko su ko defee nga activate sa Qmoney account bi mu yomba su boobaa nag kooku nga am bitim réew su la yónnee xaalis li moo def tam pour yónnee yomba na
léegi loolu am na solo salami ite yo moyle akumayata bake laftale demanding ya fo mole katu nga kacal jele milialon ko alfali yake auditorium moto wol bide mun kulliyo nyinti fenne me yalon ko akumayata kodikiyo asone yata sai
to nyalom balde comme ya fo nyamen doron am loncin nyintata a nyama comme be laftala nyamen na bare ni yaji be kulukum malle bentaje nin dun ko kulukum mal ya jele Central Bank la first governor fon ba be tani mbengotole anim fona nga bol kono real delegation o ko Alhaji Malik Sek wol be butanan Senegal wona la no malankol men boko ala head of business ala compliance ala IT personnel wol be bi jele nyin kata kuti me yalon ko manke kundinde ku bala mu nyinte ko sniaje ñu musinya foloti Qmoney be ñoo kekan gambe ko no jang ando yo kuma foje si yo kuma foje me yalon ko kuma ta bakele ako ñum kulti me yalon ko comme ndel QCell jang wato wati nga nakato dango beleke pour ko ko naati me yalon ko gambe no sulata walla akuma ta je bakele ni be femfeni naati kan ku kuto ay ka kuti me yalon ko mol sula tala ado be kuol kono me yalon ko mol sula tala wala mu
camera yinjibe
be kuol kono me yalon ko mol sula tala wala mu nyinti parce ni aje tamalal siyata bakele bantala bankol kan di tata tubabu du bankol beto comme ebi ya fo nyame ebi ndia ya fo nyame tubabu du banku keme banku taworo ni feng me yalon ko wol nin riale be do ko ke kanyola wol ñun bankol be isa ria transfer kinole baadi ngone Gambia kono jang adu isa ta katabake bata kutiji ko man toto ni ibadi ngo be Spain safa be Germany be Italy na ko do bule aka wati janeta jadi ka ko do nyin soto wato do la fang do kata fu bank le to ita ranjam ba muta isa yo do seta fay la fi futa la fay give up asafu ko nyin ka tay motale bari sa ni aje ni amari ya ki doron ila Qmoney aka wallet to nyin kono ila international wallet to nyin kono doron ita seta ko do nyin cash out
jeninje
ha lodu la kilngoto bata kutiji comme si ya fo janyame isi tari la salo kono ibe la bon kono ibe dula to damento yalon ko eti yalon ko ata ku koten tinyale bulo isi tari do ku koten na fa ibe nyinkeka cause mobile olom ha kuma la do fana yafo e binja yafo e man sula mobile da serring bala pour ka Qmoney wala to soto ha hani tati trite no soto mbadi ese Qmoney account soto
iman sula internet wala
foyete so service code ni musta 323 hash dati adu fana follow sula tamen wala mu QCell line to adun ka QCell line soto mbadi o sone atale ta customer care center men su jate mari la Qmoney account so QCell line soto e mante kanina hani fenna so ita suda tamen la documento nati yantandin na ko banko la luwal son tanyin documento la for drivers license no lomba for voters card lomba for IT card lomba ya nati yela Qmoney account activity
ya soto Ablay Jammeh nga Ablay fanan so domande ngalo mbadi njolal be jibero la akasuma e domande fanan
Okay, nyambe sa mi kamedi kaji kera tu na pujuk mi munula kata rejat kan kama numanjene wa sumi nu baje besen bukana kolele kanu manjay ko bojum QCell line de kanu manjay ko de use Qmoney na yono mi Qmoney jat lu baje wanu manje rokone mi partnership yono mi partnership diku angale yono mi Qmoney diria ko ku sofore man yono mi nya anosan anu manjene awombo kalulumay panu lu bonj bukana kole si courage ka pour mbo kalulumay do beri Qmoney account yoli so kankan wanu manjene letu pour be tienga be kala ko sinday lo ko di fanko foli kanya anyole yombo tieng mante yombo America wala Europe wala banosan banam mikeb aw manje kanya na bonj le bonj si courage nye derut manu unde derut mu wonor si courage panu si ngon si jo be di Qmoney account yoli salamina lo tade pe wonane kanya si courage numa mambe e bacci courage di téléphone yoli won ngodo mumundu kan wayno mi kata manu bacci QCell line e bajedi QCell line pop kantu wanu manje wari yoy abe ka jator be di QCell customer care tan yommi nu wiseni matiko aw ID card nu baje wala voters card wala passport wono sama nu bajmi wonu manjay no madi man secondaire la ne son kep ngar mu gedum pangu seni QCell line na bi ko seni QCell line yoy nya bajidu bacham lobi man ko activer di Qmoney account yoli ko banja nya kare do di Qmoney account yoli nano san alna bonni si courage rokone mi international wallet do di account yoli pa ngol lu juk nya aw waate non san wan sumi mi ngol no jobe di agent fa ngol lo fi kep ngol ne kan QCell customer care ngol ne kan ajib ngol ne kan agent han ko agent ka di si birgessa na pu jom pan ngol len ko sendi si courage so kanka manu manjeno service ya sume wajake be di bukana kolela nike po bukana kam mi kalul may ko manja be bunyi si courage kane kan brok be di buko bare nya QCell ko ngarlu nga bang kone mi international remittance yonami kapurum kalulumay di Qmoney account yole
Ablay Jammeh bobu safna de jola bu andak suwak musibe ha joni no men halira no onno no jogi nafa moƴƴa ko Qmoney kamɓe ria money transfer kamɓe jonnodiri juuɗe joni ko wawɗon wadde ko ɗum woni si tawi koye yaasi wonɗon hiɗon wawi hendade ria money transfer mon on e Qmoney ara ko nder Qmoney account mon wattu kala falɗa nafitorade ɗum ɗo joni jara hiɗa inna yoɓe nulde kalis on dula innuɓe yoɓe nulde ria money transfer on ara ɗon ka Qmoney rek wawa nafitorade ria kañum e Qmoney joni onon ɓe anduɗa hiɗon America Europe e kala ko wawɗon wonirde e nder aduna on hiɗon wawi hendade ko andura ko ɗum woni Ria Money transfer ji monɗin e Qmoney te noon hiɗon andi si tawi on wawi ɗum nafitorade hiɗon wawi hen sodude Q power soɗon hen credit waɗon hen piiji boyi soɗon hen essence ɗum fof hiɗon wawi ɗum ɗo wadde ko ɗum waɗi ko hande wonno ñalanden ko Qcell woni network ɓurɗo moƴƴude ko leydi Gambia ɗo awa men inda on ɗaɓɓe Qcell line on te noon si tawi hiɗa nafitoro oɗo Qmoney kañum e Ria Money transfer a sohla ko ɓuura andrede téléphone Android maɗum téléphone seeruɗo a sohla kadi ko ɓuura andrede internet fi nafitoroɗa ɗum simple phone hiɗa wawi ɗum nafitorade Android maɗum kala sifa phone hiɗa wawi ɗum nafitorade ko watta rek ko Qcell line on sohluɗa mbaɗin sara hulol fanan ɓen lamoy kan lafta nun ga sénéyandi pour i fanan salon salame
baraka no wari balde mo mare mo sonin ko aɗo sonin kan kanne mo kanano su wasu community to gondo jamunga QTV kado ka mare mo nyane islami suso ndo golle nyanya no nyana yeran ko ne lenki kona nyimmanci ndabare keni nyimmanci qore nyani ba ngana hay Qmoney do Ria nyandi kitum kini mei kona ke lonci ndabare ke nyani ko Allah wa nyini nokosu na kalisi ngara amare mun dangani ngere hala gana nyanga America Espagne Germany debe su agana nya ankeni terara nya America ala wa kalisi ngalla ansoro ndangani yeren kunne ado ka tampientano agana nya Qmoney account ngan kama maga agantam maga ka daga Qcell line mundu ho hana ki an nan kawa hibe kitana kenya ni Qcell line ngan nam magata service code ke ani star 323 hash pour an lo Qmoney account ke no gonde an account ke activate ken halle ko agana nya serengam magaterera akamanda kalisi ngara katanga ko ana Germany ya mana America ya mana Espagne ya kalisi nyaga warakata akamang laway ken kalisi ngalla katang an Qmoney wallet ke no gonde kenya nan international wallet ke no gonde directly tay muso ngana daga ken kalisi bagandi tuga don tano firinyani in mantrindi hosuya yo kembere nga abla ngana hay soro ngana kalisi ngare mare munda ngani yeren kunni ala waytelle bankin di na ndalla sikkino ngani na ken kalisi kita nyimme problème nyani ala waytelle banki gelle sogoba megen cegu kata megen tammu anga sikkino ko bani ala tan kalisi kitana ona ngana ke kita ane nyani kita ngako no mare mo sonin ko sudangani ado sonin kan kanne mu kanani agana nya Qcell line tan kama maga daga Qcell customer care center be gatin tan kama nga ana Qcell line mundu ken halle ana Qmoney accounting activate ane nyani
yo no ware salame ande hande ñu ware gabu lan moy gabu
even no ware is taking time
gabu in sarahude what do you mean lolu amna solo gis nañ ne tam li nga xam ne ñëw na pour jàppale askan wi network bu baax mu ngi mel ni tasaare nañ suñ network yi si biir réew mi fépp foo dem di nga am 4G fépp foo dem di nga am network bu baax bi nga xam ne mooy Qcell léegi pour nga jëfandikoo service bi dafa gën a yomba ndaxte sa network mu ngi baax ba pare suñ agency ñu ngi tasaaroo si biir réew mi Qcell customer care ak Qmoney agency yëpp ñu ngi tasaaroo lu am solo la Ablaye yéen angale mu ne you never cease to amaze us
waaw jërëjëf Balde mooy comme liñ faral di def rek ñun soo gisee Qmoney nekk Qmoney tey customer la ndig ñoom ñoo ñu fi teg ñun liggéey si ñoom la ñoo defal gaay comme dégg nga yaa ngi fi wax lu important lu ma fàtte woon a wax sax si Joola maanaam mooy service bi pour nga jëfandikoo soxlawloo téléphone bu cher soxlawloo smartphone wala soxlawloo Android phone soo amee téléphone bi gën a néew doole si téléphone yi sax di nga mën a jëfandikoo Qmoney ndi Qmoney soxlawut internet soxlawut téléphone bu am screen bu yaatu wala si screen bu ndaw na nekk téléphone bi nga xamante ne di nga mën a use téléphone boobu pour jëflante lii di hello hi maanaam wax si téléphone soo amee téléphone bii nii na la óor ne comme ni kii di jëfandikoo ak Qmoney account am yow it noonu nga koo jëfandikoo te li si gën a neex mooy account bi nekkul si biir téléphone bi de si sim card bi la nekk maanaam téléphone bi su waroon a réer tey nga dem replace sa sim card bi sa account ba nga fa ba léegi xam nga nombre daal nombre la sa sim card number bi sa yum réeree soo ko demee replace da nga amaat di same number bi
waaw
exactly Qmoney account bi nag mu ngi si biir sim card boobu leen soo mu nekk loo xamante ne lu óor la gaaw na te dafa noppal askan bi torop
baax na óor na gaaw na noppal na askan wi salami nga sarodi wato bantale fereng kato ñu wato ngalo ne bi mu patilu ngol di fanan kata patila ngata janjun
waaw pour wax askan bi rek su fekkente ne bu ngeen am lu óor si lii mën nañu call suñu Qmoney customer care bi si 133 wala ñu doxandu si QCell head office bi ñu fa am team boo xamante ne ñu ngi fa toog tey roadshow team bi la ñu ngi fa joxe SIM cards di jàppale ñi nga xamante ne amuñ Qmoney account activé leen ba pare won leen naka la gaay di jëfandikoo li nga xamante ne mooy international
soo leen ko gisee rek ngeen attaque ko moom dina leen régler affaire yi Salami
kunya am bari follow jani mbesaro di lafang se tento futandi nyum media houses solma memboko standard newspaper kata progress newspaper aning point wala kata multimedia lonko ma beta nyin lungo tole inata kanyin lungo juram fe so betento futandi le ma ila representative fol men be nata janka ma be jak betento futandi la wol bema anim fanang radio station wol men link ta Q radio fanang katento futandi wol fanam ma memboko hot fm aning to mal city limits capital fm nyol be bole kono kora fm nyol be betento futala wol bema ka foy ko ala baraka Allah do ko nyaajale o ko la fanan ka fo jiber lal be men yalon ko e man QCell la no soto follow ka fo ko eta QCell customer care center men so diati la ke la QCell la no soto o ko la ye Qmoney account activate andun ka Qmoney account do activate so nyatale Qmoney user friendly USSD code le soto men kata star 323 hash
exactly
kadum menu nyun kono
pour ye muna fala ngalon ne albina on Q radio pour ka nyin kacha wato nyim bantal freng mbal folale ko ala barka and we are thanking our partner radio stations the likes of Q radio 103.3 Capital FM 100.4, City Limits Radio 93.6 FM, Kora FM 103.9, Hot FM on 104.3. They're all connected on this program to make the launching a success. We're thanking Mr. Mboj, who was with us at the auditorium, and all the high officials that attended the event. We're thanking the QTV technical team, Bakari, and the crew, Francis, my able producer, and the whole team. Until we come your way again, bye-bye for now.